He's gonna do it. Oh, yes, he is. He's gonna do it. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what happens here. Love me. Love me. He loves me. Oh, hello. Hello, guys and girls. Welcome back to episode. I did say episode this time, not level. Episode 8 of Minecraft Let's Play. As you may have just seen, I did a trade with that said villager and got some nice enchanty potions. But what you didn't see was I just traded for that one emerald away for some bread. And there you go. And he's now giving me melon. However, what's more interesting here is he cleared his wool for me. So let's see how many I can get for that. And is that? No, it still hasn't. Oh, we could be up for some fun and games here. So the plan for today's episode is to not just trade, I've got to say. I'm going to trade him the melon. No, maybe not. Is to go back to the village, carry on construction there. Had a thought on what I'm going to do with the water, with the ravine running underneath, but I'm going to leave that for the moment because I want to. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see what I can do with that to make it an interesting feature of the village instead of just filling it in or doing anything rather mundane with that. So I'm going to have a look into that. And then what we'll do is we'll get started on the village inn, and that includes some stables but not all of them. But anyway, I'll carry on trading with these guys, and if we have anything interesting pop up, had something interesting pop up. Axe for efficiency 2 axe. I'll need to get more sheep sheared. Sheeping more sheared. More sheep. Easy for you to say. Let's see. So yes, we'll get on with that. I'll tidy that up and I'll meet you back over at the village. And he's not loving me enough. Come on. Love me, man. Love me. Right. See you over at the village, guys. Anyway, back at the village. I'm doing a little bit of clearance again just to prepare for defences. I've started some, as you can see, for the village inn, which I say, as you can see, these denote. Oh dear. These denote the external skin of the village inn, which I will be doing shortly with yourselves. The fence is up, as I say, in some areas, and I've also had to tackle this ravine, as it would be a bit of a hole in the fences. So I've built the wall, as we all know it. Whee! Oh, that wasn't very good of me, was it? Built up the wall. And done something along the lines of this ravine. So let me just show you what's going on here, because we can break in here. Oop, although I don't know why I did that, because let me just grab this here. Bags are full. Bags are full. That's always a good way to start, isn't it? So I've done this with the ravine. Oh, come on. Today would be a good thing to do. Thing is, I'm kicking myself because I know there was an easier way to do this. Am I going to get it? Oh, no, he's not. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wooden block cloths. There we go. So at the moment we're at the underside of the ravine, which goes underneath the village. So this is my solution to it. But what I have done is put a glass layer underneath. So I light down. I'm probably going to put a couple of lights in up the top just to light it up. Where am I standing over? More water. Oof. Because, as I thought, so you've got a waterfall down in. Water over the top, natural light down, torches throughout, so it's all good. But where does this door lead you to? Back into here. So, little workshop underneath. Under this. No, I'm not going to start singing again. I'm already giving you the hard time of that once already. I'm going to carry on clearing out. What I will do is I will build up these defences and we will get moving. Let's just have a look. I really am full, aren't I? So let's head back. Right across. Now I've got a bit of a dilemma because whilst I was working on that, which is taking me a couple of game day nights, I have had a few stick you guys in there for the moment. I've had a few zombies come at me, and in amongst those were some villager zombies. One in glorious gold colour. So I shot over, back through to the lab, and picked up some weakness, because I'm thinking about using that as a trap for any villager zombies we get, and we just start the farm off here. I am looking at a route to transfer villagers to this village, but it kind of gets the village kick-started. So I think that's everything. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll use these into those. There we go. And we'll get out into the defences. So once I've got the defences up and we're good to go with materials, we'll come back and we'll get started on the villaging. So I'll see you shortly. And we're back. Perimeter is now all secure. I just did a little temporary infill in there for the moment. Started to step down so you can see that it won't be all one level plane, but for now we are going to keep it on the level plane as we're working on this village inn. When I initially designed this, I wanted to keep it in the same look, so it's not got lots of bells and whistles on it, but it's pretty much what it'll say on the tin. So as you can see here, these are the floor plates for the L-shaped building, such as what I've set up at the moment. So the idea was that I would utilise these two, this shape, as wings for the inn, with an infill in between. It's one shy short of the exterior wall, but that's explained by the width of the corridor and functioning facilities, which we're building shortly. And this area here is where we're going to do the stables. So I think we basically just get cracking with it. If you want to just check the size of your own villages, it's 5 along at the uppermost part. Where the entrances are, it is 7 wide, and the length of your buildings inside are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 along. So as you can see, this one is actually 10 in depth. The length of it is a little bit longer. I think if my calculations are right, it's 25 blocks exterior. So that's from this corner to, I've been playing too much other games I want, to this corner. So that's 25 in length. The whole thing overall in width, if you include the far block, is about 22. So from this block here, if we run across to here, to this point here, is 22. Yeah, so there we go. So that's 12 blocks exterior from that corner to that corner, and it is, I'm just having a look at notes, 9 from this corner to this corner here, and I think basically already calculated it's 7 from that corner to that corner there. Over this side we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should leave you 16 along this edge from corner to corner. So that's the overall dimensions. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to kick off in this quadrant. I'm going to go and grab some materials before we do that. It's always handy, isn't it? To start laying out, it's getting dark as well. Start laying out the foundations. I'm going to use smooth stone in this, so if I get it wrong I'll have to cook them again. So hopping back over. So this area here is basically what I call the bedroom area. Pretty straightforward on that. It does what it says in the tin. The way I'm going on it is that these buildings were built. The infill was the innkeeper first extension, then he's extended out the back here again, and then built his stables. So that's the general viewpoint. Oops, as he falls down a hole. Hello. That's the general viewpoint, and a bit of story behind it. Always like a little bit of story behind it. So let me get this right. So we got, it's always lay in that first block, make sure it's right. So we've got 1, 2, 3 block. 1, 2, 3. Let me take that one out, and that one out. This isn't finished yet by a shot, so that's block. Just make sure I got it calculated right. And then we've got a 2 for a corridor, and then a 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that works, because I'll be taking that one out there. Just that so one, because this will give us our settings. And then if I swap back to the wood, there we go. So that's that one. This one's a 2 open wide. So take that out, and that out. And how did you get in, Mr. Zombie? I must have had it a bit quiet or darkened here since I've played the floor. So let's get the lit up for the moment. Because actually the whole area is secure. I'll run a check on it. But zombies obviously like to prove me wrong. So that's one room there. So there'll be a bed here in this corner with a chest there. And so on and so forth. So what I'll do is I'll get this all mapped out so we can see all the foundations, and I'll be right back. Right, that's the rooms all set out. Now we're going to do the internal wall mark out. I'm going to dig this out for just to show. Oops. Get all that out of the earth out of there. And then it's literally a straight line across to here and then a return. So that's the internal wall there. So I'll get that built up to the same level as all our external walls. The reason why I'm not doing the external walls at the moment is because there is a mixture of stone brick and smooth stone. So we'll get that mapped out in a second. Also going to add on here, very straightforward wooden fascia here, except for this line here, where I'll take that out. And I'll place in a grey block. The reason for that is it's directly in line with that wall, so if you think about it, there would be a supporting beam up at height. So this lays it out here. And if my memory serves me right, this is also the same line as that. So you can see it all links through. So we'll get all that down, and I think we'll also get, this is the corridor area. There we go. Oh, out of wood. That's good. So we'll get on with that. I'll get that laid. And then we'll start on the layout of the stables. And as you can see, this wall is just showing itself as a good defence. Because we have said Spider, who's not interested in me now because it's gone to daylight, but was interested in me there. Hello! It's getting caught on the underside of this fence, so hence why I do like this defensive fence. It's really well, but there we go. Okay, this wall here will be in the majority the stone bricks coming right along here, but what we were going to do is we're going to start on the wall here, and I'll show you a flavour for what the wall's going to be like. We're going to start off with what's called keying. So what that means is there's going to be one type of brick keyed into the other. So if I put these ones down here, and I'm just trying to remember where I do this too. So there's 1, 2 there, and I think it's, yeah, that's about right. Because what we're going to do is put a wooden block there. As I go into to get these materials, you will see that that is one of the entrance. This is the entrance into the public house part of the inn. Yes, we're going to have a pub in the place. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So we'll put that there. Work our way along to here, and then again place like so. Stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, like that. In fact, that one doesn't go there. That one goes there. So I'm doing a kind of key on the wall, just to kind of break it up. So that goes there, and then I think it is smooth stone. In fact, it is. No key on this side. That'll be explained shortly, and I'll just put a brick where I didn't want to put a brick, but there you go. That's the nature of building with this stuff. And then smooth again here, and on the return. Next is wooden blocks here, because we'll have one there for the door. So that's another door entrance in and out, because this is our way in and out of the inn. And we'll have a door here, we'll have a window there, trying to keep it in the flavour of what's over there. Here is another door in, and then 2 glass, and a voila, you've got that there. Now let's see, that's the 2 across. Give me a second to fling around here and have a look. Yeah, 2, 3 across, then 2 up in the corner. There we go. And then we will key in like so. So we've got 1 wall up, 2 walls up. Because on top of this will go our roof, basically, on the outside. So I think this is smooth stone all the way. I'll just make sure I've got my notes right on that. And then for the stable section, take that one out. So that's going to be there. Oop, run out of that. Some more of that. Have I done this right? Yes, I have. Put one there, there, there. Smooth stone all the way around to here. And yeah, there we go. Oops, he falls down. And what I will do is I will go and make a whole load more stone brick, and we'll get this wall underlined and we'll get sorted out. But you can see now the shape for this facility coming to fruition. If I'll head back up here, and there you go. There's a visual for the inn as it currently stands. What I'll think we'll do is I'll get some more bits and pieces together to continue this, and once we get this built, we'll work on the stables. So I will see you once I've got this wall predominantly built. And so the sun rises on another day. Okay, I went and did some mining because it will help with another project that we're going to be doing in relation to this village. So grab some materials, and as you can see, I quickly lay down, once I've cooked them all up, this wall, which is really in essence the rear wall of the place. And some zombies burning. I've also tidied up some of the keystones, as you can see here and here. Now, interesting enough, I put a keystone here as well, which you might ask why, but that was the original end of the house before he did the extension, or she did the extension, let's be honest. So there you go. So now we've got to put the windows in. So I'm just pulling up a reference for myself so that I know what I'm doing. So there we go, that's where we do that. And then there's a window. In fact, let's do this around the other side. Even got some extra soil to fill that hole in. Redesigned a little bit there. Oh, here we go. So if that's the first window in the bedroom, there we go. And that's another window. And then I think it will be one, two, window. Yep, that's the 4 windows in for there. And then down there. Now if I've got this right, or a little think, I'm having a little think. It's hurting my brain. Actually, that's correct there, because again, in line, brick wall. And we'll do the same here if I come across here. Yep. There we go. Because you would have normally a kind of, we call it the goalpost in construction. You have column here, column there, and the post across the top to give it carry the weight of the building, aka goalposts. So let's put that there. One there, and that's that window in. And if memory serves me right, no window on that side. So that's all that done. We will now go back to the smooth stone. Purely smooth stone on this side. Nothing fancy, because this is going to be within another element of the building. And then really what we can do here, no, done that one not, because that's a solid one of this stuff. There we go. Oop, have I run out? I have indeed. Oopsie. Let's make some of that. There we go. Oh, there we go, there we go. And then there. So that's that all done. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll go back to, again, this, and we will put this one in, because there are windows here as well. Now that is the corridor. So that goes like so. We've got a window in there already, so that's filled in. I know that this one's filled in because the window is here. There we go, and there is a window here. I'll knock that one up. There we go, get rid of that. One there, one there, 2 windows, so stone there. And yes, I did knacker that one up. Just take that one out, put that one there. One there. Take that out. That one there. Scratch it off chin, just make sure. Yep, that looks about right. Then we'll put these in here. Up, up, and up. And there we go. So what I'll do is I'll completely go around here, topping the top of these off. And yeah, beginning to look like a construction site. Beginning to look like a building under construction. There you go. So you can see the general feel. Now inside, what we do here is, even though I've put stone down, these are not stone. These will be timber walls, as you can see. There we go, there we go. Et voila. Oh, one too many. And these just simply go straight up to the underside of the roof. Like so. And hip, and hip. There you go. I'll do that, and do that, and do that. Hip. There we go. Skills. Nope. Okay, we'll put that there. So it's not in exactly a multiple, heavily detailed build. It's got a little bit of thought to it, but I do really want to kind of keep this in the flavour of the rest of the basic village scenario. I kind of felt that was important to do it. On the other side of the river, we'll start doing a little bit more complicated stuff. There you go. So I'll carry on with this. Now, this is standard construction practice in the United Kingdom when it rains. Yep. Stay in shelter, have a cup of tea, and read the local newspaper. Until it stops raining anyhow. Okay, time for the roof. I'm not going to film all of this, but let's give you a good flavour. As this is the same as the... Oh, hey, hello. Yeah, misbehaving. As this is the same as the large house in the villages that you find, we will start with one block down. If we come up, let's have a look. Oh, that's not going to work because there's a torch there, so let's make a complete mess of that. I'll do a proper scaffold up then. So we, as per the normal large houses, we will do this same thing here. I'll do this a little bit here. We'll put a square one in there. I mean, now I think that's historical because it was a detail used, the wooden solid corner, because stairs in the older version did not rotate round. So they used a square corner to kind of give it the feel. Now, of course, you get the dogleg return on the steps. It makes life a lot easier. So as you can see, it is pretty straightforward here to do what we're doing, and another one there, and so on and so forth. I think, are we up to the... Oh, that was close. I thought it was going to fall off the edge there. And there we go. And then you can either leave this top part here like so, or normally what I like to do is I like to do a little flavour of getting half slabs, which I don't have, put them on the top to try and stop things spawning, or alternatively what you can do is another one of my tricks, which is sticking some torches on. So that's the roof. So as you can see, if we were to have a look at this one over here, you can see it's very similar. I have actually put torches in that one because I kept it like for like. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then when you see here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So that's where it starts, but it doesn't finish there. Oh no, because we have a slight overhang by one here just to give it a bit of a detail. And then around this side, I've actually realised I've built this one too high, but that's what we call sod's law. by that I mean this course here is one too high. Now the reason for this is I had a little think about this when I was doing it. Because, if you remember, right at the very beginning of this video, I said that there was one extra row of wood added to it. So the roof detail would have finished at this point. So what we're going to do is going to build this across here. And stop it there. Taking that up. What we will do here is we'll use a solid one there, and then hop. And then what this allows for is a little detail in the back on the roof, which should hopefully, if I'm right, that will arc over here anyhow. That will go straight through, you see. Although it won't. It'll all be explained later when you see the finished product. But what we allow here is for this to come out now, because we don't need that square. And we place that there and that there. So you get the overhang on this side, but there's an infill here. So similar to this, we've had an overhang here, which will go, I'll just show you like so, like so, like so. You get an overhang here. So what I will do now is I will build one section of this roof, come back, talk about it, and then build the remainder. Nearly finished. I'm just putting the upside down stairs in here to give a little bit of extra detail. Not quite so easy to see with the wall behind me, but as you can see, there's the steps up in. Kind of gives you that kind of rustic, I was going to say, but maybe chalet feel. But kind of get you can see the kind of overhang, old wall, reinforced now and supported on top of columns and everything. So a little bit of extension to the roof, etc. So if we come around here, I have done this side here. As you can see, there's the detail more clearly visible. And you might be asking what's going on here. Well, I think if I just put that in the wrong place. Or if I place that like so, this is the entrance into the stables. So I have dropped one down on this, and then I've put half slabs in here. And then what happens up there is, well, to be shown when we get around to making the stables shortly. So as you can see, there is step, block, solid up in amongst the steps. Let's go up and have a look on the top of the roof. So as we get up here, you can see in the corners, as per the normal, you've got a full block, and then full block. So it's not fuba, it's a full block. Solid across here of steps, nice and straightforward. And on the top, just to give it that extra depth, I have in fact used the half slabs. As I would say, this should hopefully mean that nothing spawns up here, because there isn't a flat square surface except for on these for spawning. So again, suggestion is that on these locations you just throw up some torches just to kind of make sure that nothing spawns on there, because it is within the village. Suppose you could use lamps or whatever you wish, but that'll do. So what I will now do is I will crack on and do the rest of the roof. We'll get that roof completely finished. One of the things I will see, if we shoot back down here, so we have a look inside, you will see that at the moment it looks like this, which is not quite the same as inside the large houses, and that's because the whether you know it or not, large houses are actually padded out inside. So what we do here is we will pad that out a bit more, and we do get a little bit too tall here for what we want to do. So in here for the ceiling, we will actually install. He must be on the outside in shell, so instead of zombie. So we'll put that up so that there's actually 1, 2, 3 high for the ceiling, and in these spaces we just work off. Oops, that was a mistake. Work off that. Hey presto, it gives us this. I have an option. I can do what old school style is of torch there. No, torch there because that's a step actually. So on this one it'll have to be there. And then your bed comes in with the chest at the end, door, And that will be a room complete. Oh, of course, glass. Just to keep the weather out and the spiders. Well, they shouldn't be coming in anyhow. So what we'll do is we'll get on, I'll do the ceiling, we'll have a quick walk through. And again, just to highlight, that's kind of what it looks like. Obviously I've put a few in there here, but if we quickly go over to a large house, which, as I say, is the basis for this in, and we trip in, you can see what I'm talking about, because if I chop one of these out, that's the back of one of the steps that makes the roof detail. So there you go. So we'll be repeating this kind of feel inside the inn at the larger places, and then lowering for corridors and bedrooms. So I'll, as I say, I'll get on with that. We'll return, and we should then be in a position to, I'll put the glass in as well into the windows. We'll be in a position to finish off the bedrooms, put doors on, and then get started on the last piece, which is the stables. So once the roof's done, be right back. And it's time to wake up. As you may see, I have placed a bed, a chest, and a door on the rooms, just to kind of get it done. Ceiling is now in. 1, 2, 3 up, and you're in. I've put torches over each one. Into mines might replace and put carpets down with pumpkins or something underneath just to light these rooms up, but quite keen to keep them lit for the, well, just basically stop zombies spawning in them, I suppose, and skeletons and lovely creepers who just want to hug. But I thought I'd do this quickly off camera, because I'm sure you've made some chests in the past, beds in the past, 3 wooden blocks along the bottom, 3 wool on the top, and I'd show you the finished products with these. It's pretty straightforward, and as you can see again, 3 high, kind of brings it down, which funnily enough gives you the illusion it's a little bit wider by bringing the ceiling down. I've also fitted out the kitchen area, and bar area, and seated area with the spruce wood to give it a bit of a flavour change. I infilled here, just to kind of give it the divide that it required, I felt. Bar here with wash-up facilities behind, storage where you would normally see all the whiskey bottles, not that I frequent bars often. Alright. Yeah, right. And over here, survey counter for food, etc. Some ovens for cooking. I thought this was quite nice for the preparation, so you could, the chef could be here, chef. Alright, the innkeeper's wife, or the innkeeper himself, could be preparing their food, and a wash facility for here. I've placed this area of flooring to kind of give it that kind of, well, it's got to be kept clean because it produces food, and doors on, glass in, etc. And out here, whoop out here. Feel on the old jump again. You can see the roof is now complete, and all we've got to do there is add the stables. But I'm going to be cruel, yes I am, because we're well over the 30-minute mark now. So what we'll do is we will do the stables in the next episode, and also where I've been getting my materials for. And then we have some spruce wood, and here we have a tunnel. This is where I'll be cutting out the stone for the village in. Made a conscious decision to do it here, because we can make it into an interesting tunnel back to the main base, which is over there. So this will become a villager transportation system. This gravel, by the way, is meant to be here, because we're going to railway line it, I think. But either way, it's an underground tunnel, so the villagers don't get shot at, blown up, or converted back to zombies on their way over to populate this village. Of course, the other good thing about this village is that, just noticed something not quite right, is that with the amount of doors that I'm putting on, let's make a few more. I need 3 more doors. We will have an assisting amount of doors for breeding, because it's I believe it's something like 0.35% of a villager per door. So the more doors you have, the more chance you've got a villager. So that's not right, and the reason why that's not right is because we put yet another door there, and all 3. Oh, there we go. That one there, that one there, and so I'll rinse and repeat that off camera. But anyhow, we trust you've enjoyed the episode. Yes, I do. There's my sword. Oh, that's right. Trust you enjoyed the episode. And until next time, which shouldn't be long, until next time, be safe.